We have arrived at that time of the week again. Due to popular demand, the Friday predictions are back. I tried to retire from the weekend games, right? But you guys kept saying, nah, you were dragging my ear like that. Saying, nah, I paid my rent money, I did this, I did that. Again, this is not meant to be financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinions on the games. If you so happen to make bread from it, or don't make bread from it, I'm not responsible for that one. But if you're making bread, I'm responsible in it. So, again, I was going to keep it to Champions League only, but you guys seem to love it. So, here we are yet again. I'm going to go through, just like for Champions League days, I'm going to pick 18 games, you know, in England, Spain, Italy, France, Germany, etc., etc., to try and give you guys my opinion on what's going to happen. Again, don't take it as gospel. If I say a scoreline, don't be a maniac and put the scoreline. Just use your noggin. Don't pick all 18 games. Pick 9 or 10 that you think I'm cooking on. Anyway, enough yapping. Love for all the support so far. By the way, we're hitting 48k today. So big ups to you guys. 2k more until we're at the 50k mark. Halfway through. We can start etching the outline of the 100k plaque. We will be there. But anyway, enough yapping. Let us start on this Halloween day of all days with Burnley against Arsenal. Boo! Did I scare you, Mikel Arteta? I've come today dressed as a Burnley shot on target. That is right, guys. They are finally going to concede a shot on target after 4 or 5 weeks of nobody even getting a shot on target against Arsenal. I do believe, I don't know, someone like Fleming or someone will get that shot finally against Arsenal. But I do also believe Arsenal will get the comfy 2-goal win in the end. Some have said, 3, 4, 5 because it is a Burnley, relegation candidate team. But again, away games at these grounds, it's never going to be as straightforward and as easy as you think. So as far as the 2 goals are concerned, listen, I'll go with Saka to get one, and then Declan Rice with like a sweeping second, perhaps. That would be my score prediction for that one. On to Forest against United. This one, I'll be honest with you guys, I've picked 2 terrible weekends to do this. Like, I understand why some guys might say put the fries in the bag if I get some wrong. These are some difficult match days, bro. Forest against United. On the one hand, you've got, the United strand with 3 wins so far. His hair, he's going to be going as Marge Simpson tonight for his Halloween, for one last dance with his hair before he cuts it next week. But on the other hand, you have Sean Dyche. No hair. Utter woke nonsense. He will not stand for that silly hair-growing behaviour. How do I interpret this one? Well, Forest, obviously at home for the first time in the league under Sean Dyche, might be difficult for United. They obviously beat Porto in the Europa, but then they lost to Bournemouth away. So it's like, I don't know how to judge this one necessarily. And I think I'm going to go with a score draw, like a 1-1 or a 2-2. If I got to go with one specific number, I am going to go with a 1-1. Because my 2-2 might be reserved for Tottenham against Chelsea. This one, let me tell you why this one is equally difficult, if not more difficult to analyze. Obviously, we know in general these 2 teams, they love a fight against each other specifically. They love to have them fights. You remember Battle of the Bridge back in the day, and basically every game is a scrap between these guys. And in terms of stylistically on the pitch, both these teams fare better when they're playing as the underdogs, if you will, right? Thomas Frank still has that sort of Brentford muscle memory where he's the plucky underdog against PSG and big teams. They perform really, really well, whereas when they're meant to take the game to you at home, they don't quite do that. But then likewise, Maresca. Many question marks about Maresca, like what's going on, why do our centre-backs look like this, etc, etc. But just like PSG as well, and other big teams, they do tend to step it up. So it's like, we're kind of like meeting in the middle here, 50-50. Obviously, Tottenham are riddled with injuries right now. Chelsea are missing their second most important player, or most important player, if you count him as ahead of Caicedo, whatever, that's your opinion. So, I am going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one. I don't think either... Well, to be fair, Tottenham do look good defensively, actually. Tell a lie. Tottenham do look good defensively. So, maybe it's the Forest game that's the 2-2, and this game that's the 1-1. I'm not sure. But then Chelsea going forward, you know what? I'm gonna stick with what I said, because otherwise it's gonna be different to what I said on TikTok, and that's gonna make it confusing. So I'm gonna go 2-2, but just know deep down I'm thinking, ooh, Spurs defensively are quite solid. So we'll see how it goes. The last Prem game for Saturday, and then we're going to go all the Prem games, then La Liga, then Serie A, etc. You guys know how we do it by now. Obviously, big up, you know, all the other teams. Like Fulham are going to get a win against Wolves, big up to you. Palace against Brentford, you're going to get a win as well, big up to you. And Brighton as well, you're going to get a win against Leeds. We end the Saturday one with Liverpool against Aston Villa. Now, obviously, we know Mo Salah has been dressed as a ghost all season for Halloween. Someone didn't tell him that Halloween is not a 3-month, you know, holiday. It's just a 1-day thing. So maybe the Egyptian mummy, he unravels himself today. He comes out of the coffin and he arrives to finally end this Liverpool historic run of 6 losses from 7 games. It can't go on like this, can it? I don't believe it can. I think this is the time where, despite Villa's massive upturn in form, I think Villa will play better than Liverpool. I think Villa will deserve to win. So everything in my analysis tells me Villa are going to get a result here. But Liverpool, Anfield, they just cannot keep on losing, bro. I know we said it last time and the time before that and the time before that. But guys, it cannot continue. So Liverpool will scam a quick 2-1 win, in my opinion, to get back on track and back in the title race. Speaking of which, Man City against Bournemouth, I think a similar statement win is required from Man City here, given that obviously they kind of struggled against Swansea in the Calabash Cup, and in the league they've been kind of faltering here and there. But I do believe Man City, when they're on it, are very strong, and I'm hoping, well, for City's sake, I'm hoping that Pep has realised, stop doing this shirky 5-10 minutes gimmick and just give the guy the keys, because I'm telling you, man, when Shirky downloads that link up with Erling Haaland, it is a long day for the rest of the league. Erling Haaland is already putting up numbers that are quite disrespectful to the establishment. Word to who said it? Was it Rory Jennings? He's putting up these ridiculous numbers, right? And that's without Shirky playing, bro. Without Shirky delivering left foot, right foot, over the top, in behind, in the channels. This guy can mash work. I hope for their sake Shirky starts getting game time, and maybe Reinders can move a bit more forward. I'm not really liking the 6 position from him. Let's just see how it goes. But with Bournemouth flying as well, Iraola, listen, they can nick something here. It's not a stadium that they enjoy very much at all, but if anyone can, Liverpool and City could both drop points here. But I believe that for the sake of the title race, they're both going to get 3 points. Like, they cannot just keep on messing up. So that's my Premier League predictions for you guys. On to La Liga, where we'll discuss just, I mean, well, 2 games really, in it. We only really care about where even is it, bro? Am I blind? There we are. Real Madrid game and Barcelona's game. Real Madrid obviously coming off the high of winning El Clasico quite convincingly as well, by the way. Don't let the scoreline fool you. This was a bit of a dominant performance that was, I guess, misinterpreted. Well, not misinterpreted. Basically, the scoreline leads you astray. If you just look at the final results of games, you will think it was like a close, even game. It wasn't. So I believe Real Madrid will continue where they left off, and they should get a 3-1 win against Valencia, who obviously are not the Valencia of 2001 or 2010 even, in them days. Valencia have been kind of teetering off, falling off, unfortunately. I do expect Jude Bellingham to continue to go from strength to strength. Vinny obviously had that reaction in the last game. I think you say, you know what, guys, my bad, and he'll wake up today. And of course, Mbappe, at this point, bro, I can't lie. So obviously, when it comes to thumbnails, I tell Yaz every time now, bro, I'll be honest, if you want to make the thumbnail and be ready in advance, just put Mbappe on there, bro. Normally, if you look at the thumbnails for like the Saturday, Sunday reviews or whatever, it's the goal scorers of those games. I just tell them, just put Mbappe there already, bro. Save yourself the time and put Mbappe there, because he will score. He is inevitable, just like Haaland is as well. And for the Sunday La Liga game, obviously Barcelona will be facing Elche. I do believe, obviously, we've just seen Pedri is going to be out for maybe a couple months. That is devastating. Yamal, we don't really know if he's ever going to be fully fit again, or certainly not in the next month or so in terms of being at 100%. So we don't know if he's going to be rested for this game. I'm not sure. But I still do believe Barca have enough to get a 3-1 win, just like Real Madrid will do in their game. I ignore Atleti because that one is a stumbling blocker. They're heavy favourites to beat Sevilla, but that one can be a little bit cheeky. So I would not, with those odds, I would not really think it's worthwhile going there. Let's go to Germany. There's only one game we have to discuss in Germany, realistically, and that is Bayern München against Leverkusen. We're talking about, you know, it's Halloween today, 31st October. I'll be honest, these men are wrapping up this title like it's Christmas, bro. They're going to be wrapping up this title by Christmas, you could argue, with another win today against Leverkusen. Of course, they sacked Ten Hag time ago now. They have been getting a bit better. They are very dangerous from set pieces, free kicks in particular. But Bayern just got too much, bro. I am going to go with another 3-1 today. Yes, you've called me a 2-1 merchant before. Today, I am a 3-1 merchant, and you'll see why later on. Let's go to Italy here. We have a couple games to consider for this one. No, 3 games rather. Napoli, Como. Como, of course, cooking, right? Under Cesc Fabregas. Incredible team to watch. We all love Nico Paz. Assane Diao, ever since last season. Gone under the radar as like a proper talent up there as well. But Napoli, after that PSV packing in the Champions League, have kind of started to regain their form again in Serie A. And I believe they will consolidate their place rather at the top of Serie A with a narrow 2-1 win against Como. Big up Juve, but I don't know what's going to happen with the new gaffer and whatnot. I don't know how to assess that one, so I'm not going to just start yapping for the sake of it. But the other big games, obviously we've got Inter away Verona. You know me and Inter. Give me a calm 2-0 win. Nothing too taxing. Maybe Esposito bags or something. I don't know. Thuram, if he's even... I don't even know if Thuram's back yet. I don't really know who's even available for them. But they've got a plethora of forwards available now that can just kind of plug and play and give you the same job realistically. So 2-0 Inter. And probably the biggest game of Serie A of the weekend. Milan against Roma. 2 heavyweight titans clashing it out like we're back in the Colosseum or something. Back in the days. For those of us who do remember. I think I'm going with a score draw here. Not a high scoring draw either. Maybe like a 1-1. A 1-1 between Milan and Roma in Italy. We go to France. As per, there was some chaos midweek. Marseille and Lyon and all these guys trying to fight for the title. But in the end, PSG remain top. And what they're about to do here is not very nice at all, bro. They're going to pat Nice's head. 3-1, I'm going to say. Will Nice score a goal? You know what? Only because I can't tell how much PSG are going to rotate, innit? They seem to just play random brothers, and we start seeing like Mayulu get games, and Zaire Emery comes in and whatnot because they've got Champions League next week as well. So maybe they'll let in one cheeky goal, but in the end, 3-1 to PSG. Nuno Mensch, masterclass again. So just to finish off the last 4 games from the random off leagues as well, we said PSG are going to win 3-1. Well, I'm here to tell you, Galatasaray will do the same. They will get their 3-1 to also remain at the top of the league. And guess what? Porto are facing Braga. Big game. They will also win 3-1 to remain top of the league. You heard it here first. And guess what? Feyenoord will also win 3-1 to remain top of the league. And lastly, Al Nassr will also win 3-1 to remain top of the league. And my goal prediction for this one, I'm expecting a finish that will remind us of Saudi legend himself, Al Owairan, back in 1994, for those of us who will remember. Final reminder, this is not financial advice. If we mess up, you're going to have to hold that. I wanted to do Champions League only, but you guys keep dragging my ear like that to come and do more for you, so no problem. If you appreciate it, make sure you like the video, subscribe, keep the subs coming. We're trying to push as much as possible. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, if you do get involved, you make some bread. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bosh.